We've mentioned the flashback a little bit, but I think we have to talk about it a little bit more.
Yes.
Live action Mandalore.
Yeah.
Finally.
Sundari up in a ball of flames.
Yeah.
In a Book of Boba Fett episode, who would ever think?
Right.
But Boba Fett's not a Mandalorian. Why would they put that in this episode?
Yeah. Star Raptor, what did you think of the flashback of seeing Mandalore get nuked like that?
Yeah, it was really disheartening, really just sad, man. It just like you said earlier, just the sheer amount of TIE bombers is just incredible. Like, wow, you see in the foreground, you see the helmets just lying there. Gave me reminiscent feels of back to those Rebels episodes. But then I like the fact that they actually put in like the detail of, oh, there's obviously going to be no stormtroopers on foot because all the gases and everything else. No, we're going to have those KX droids in there. We're going to have probe droids in there to kind of just make sure everybody's dead. Like they really did a thorough job with just. I've never seen like a bombing like that in Star Wars live action. Just like the nuclear missiles that they were using was just something. I think that's like relatively new to Star Wars that I haven't seen before. But yeah, overall, it was just man, that made me feel something.
Yeah, it was like just such a brutal sequence. Like, we've had Mandalorian flashbacks before, but nothing quite like this. Nothing quite like this, and just seeing. It was bad enough before we saw the whole city explode. It was a brutal enough sequence, and then you look up at the sky, and it's just nothing but TIE bombers. And I saw where some people were pointing out on social media, like the look of this sequence is very reminiscent of the Terminator movies, and yeah, it is. The K2 definitely, the K2 droids definitely fill in that role. But yeah, I mean. One of the things I wanted to see on these shows was live action Mandalore. And I feel like this was a careful what you wish for situation because we saw it, but we saw it getting wrecked. So, yeah, a tragic but very visually exciting sequence.
It is interesting. Like, what is, because, like, I love the whole kind of the hinting that they've had in previous seasons of like, oh yeah, nothing can survive on that planet. They turned it to glass, all this kind of stuff. And then we see it and they're like, wow, like, it was not in great shape in the Clone Wars. Like it was kind of like a wasteland with a few like domes that were livable. Now they blew up the dome. So like, where do you go now? Very interested to see like, is Mandalore livable now? Like this has happened probably early on in the Empire. I don't know how many years after this is supposed to have happened because you have Siege of Mandalore and the Night of Thousand Tears and another siege apparently. So like a lot's happened. Do they go back to Mandalore? Will we see it again? But after like it's really just like nothing there now. Like just absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I think we will. I do think Din will want to go to those waters under the mines.
Yeah, it would be weird to mention that if that wasn't going to be where they were going.
It's going to factor into it in some way. And maybe that's where he'll have his sort of epiphany that, there's more to being a Mandalorian than just the armor. That
he goes and he looks in the pool and he sees himself.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
And then he fights off a mythosaur down there.
Yeah.
They're only things of legend until now.
Yeah. I think it would be cool if he goes on that sort of if he goes to those mines and we get something that's not unlike what they did on the season of Foundation. I don't know if you guys watched that show, but there's an episode where what's his face? The dude who plays Ronan the Destroyer in the Marvel movies. He goes on this sort of big spiritual walk to sort of bathe in these pools on this planet, and it's one of the best episodes of the show.
Polynesian spa.
Yeah, it's one of the best episodes of the show, and this whole walk to get there is a really powerful sequence, and it would be and when he gets there, it's a big emotional climax for that character, and I doing something similar with Din could be pretty interesting, pretty exciting.